Day 3 getting underway here at the Dovetail Games Bassmaster Elite on the Sabine River, Orange, Texas. 2 topsy-turvy days on the Sabine. Do you go far? Do you stay close? Are you going to fish in a crowd? Will your fish hold up for multiple days? That is the question this week, Such. As we look at our standings after 2 days of competition, it's pretty tight at the top, but there are some gaps developing between our anglers. Jason Christie, Brock Mosley. That was an unofficial leaderboard yesterday. They have extended their lead a little bit, 28-15 for Jason Christie after 2 days of competition.
That's crazy,
Brock Mosley
Ronnie.
right behind him, and then it's like 5 pounds. So it is a haves and have-nots.
The guy's traveling the furthest. Christie's going way north, as far north as anybody. Brock Mosley's going across Galveston Bay, the furthest west of anybody, or 5.5 clear of everybody else, and they're within a pound, 1 ounce of each other.
It is cut day, meaning 98 anglers have been cut down to just 49, and they will compete today. Takeoff about to get underway in just a minute. These are some shots from this morning. We had 4 survivors yesterday, Such, of our 6 cameras. 4 anglers making it to camera coverage today, and we will have cameras with the top 10 anglers. If you're just joining us on the TinCup Whiskey Facebook Live pre-show, Orange, Texas is our host city this week. Great Orange, Texas. The crowd's gathering. We're excited that Saturday and Sunday are here, meaning we will have a fun weigh-in.
Expo and a lot more fans will show up today. Concerts after the weigh-ins.
And this is a vast fishery, Such. You can go 80, 90 miles north of Takeoff. You can go 100 miles plus south and west of Takeoff, and that is where our 2 top contenders are situated. I don't even know, we say as the crow flies, I don't even know if a crow wants to fly that far, Such.
Will a crow fly that far?
130 miles separated. I mean, one is all the way in Houston and one is all the way up where there is no civilization, no gas stations, and that is the concern for Jason Christie. But he has a special area basically to himself. There is only one other angler up in that region, and once he made it up there, having to drive a little slower to get to his area, once he makes it up there, he catches it pretty quick.
He emptied everything out of his boat that he didn't need and was cruising at 30, 40 miles an hour. Ronnie, I was looking at the map, and he has to travel from Orange County in Texas through the Louisiana parishes of Calcasieu and Beauregard, and then to get into Texas's Newton County to fish.
Interesting playing field this week for sure. And one thing with him that we'll need to watch is the water color and the water level. With how narrow the region of the river is up there, water stacking up with a south wind or water draining out quicker with a north wind.
And we had storms last night.
Level and color. Yes, we had a lot of storms in Little Rock as well. So yes, the water was probably impacted, and we will see what wind and rain and tide current affects his area, because it is prone to changing dramatically on your way up there.
Yeah, he said the last year he fished here, he didn't go far enough. He tried way up the Sabine River and around the Sabine Island wildlife management area, and he just didn't go far enough. This year he did.
About 2 tanks of gas away from Jason Christie is one Brock Mosley, making a crazy, treacherous run of his own. Most of the time it's smooth sailing until you get to Galveston Bay region.
A little bumpy.
And you got to worry about the bumps there. And I heard Sabine Lake also was pretty bumpy yesterday with that south wind stacking up the waves, but Mosley making it all the way over to Houston. The lone survivor of Houston. Had 3 anglers make the trek yesterday. Only 1 made the cut. We'll see if Brock's fish hold up today, and he's going to keep an eye on that wind and weather. He doesn't want to put anyone at risk, but at this point in the event, Such, making the cut day 3, having the gap of a 5-pound gap between him and Christie and 3rd place, I feel like he's dedicated now. He's got to go do it.
Well, he was kind of talked into it yesterday. He said the 2 Drews, Drew Benton and Drew Cook, kind of said, you're a wuss if you don't go. So he kind of was telling Jonah the night before after leading on day 1, I don't think I'm going tomorrow. The wind's going to blow 20 to 30. It's going to be too rough a ride. And they kind of talked him in and convinced him, man, here's your shot. Go.
Yeah, they've never seen a World Series get won on a bunt attempt. That's the way Hank Cherry put it to him. Basically saying swing for it if you have the opportunity. Actually, Hank Cherry said, hey, if you're not going to go, give me the waypoints and I will go. And Brock said, no, I'm good, I'll go, and I will stay in contention. Only 12 pounds or so yesterday, but with 15-10 on day one, that keeps him right in the hunt. Welcome into the Bassmaster Studio, sponsored by Marathon. Ronnie Moore here with Mike Sukon, and we're bringing you day 3 coverage. It's going to be exciting today. We're going to see it go down on Fox Sports 1. We'll see it go down on Bassmaster Live, on Live Mix on the website. But, Such, there are some takeaways. There are some really tight deals. The guys who made the cut, 32nd place to 49th, only 11 ounces for 15 spots. It's going to be crucial who catches them today.
That's crazy, Ronnie, how tight it is down there. But it's going to be tight to get in our top 10. We doubled the day one weight, 7.2, 14.10 was our cut weight, and guys miss it by 1 ounce.
Yeah, that's the deal. Every fish
Always
matters. Every ounce matters. If you didn't come in with a limit on day 1 or day 2, you're probably not fishing today, because having 10 fish to your credit after 2 days of competition, so important, so crucial. As we head over to takeoff now, I believe with some shots of the Orange City boat ramp. Great facility now with the pavilion built and whatnot, a great venue and host. Tough fishing, but it's one of those ones that is very satisfying for these anglers when they can survive and advance. They can figure it out just enough. We're watching them idle out right now from takeoff. Caleb Kufall, 3rd place coming into today.
Staying close.
Yeah.
See if he can get it done staying close, which Hackney did last time we were here. He stayed rather close to the takeoff and won.
We've got some new faces on Bass Live for the 2021 season.
Robertson.
Matt Robertson, Chris Johnston.
He's on him this week.
Jason Christie making his run up north right now. He's going to keep an eye on his electronics, not for fish, but for gas mileage. Dude, if that thing gets a little too, his box that he referred to as the box that gives him the readout of gallons per hour that he burns, and he wants to keep that under 13, but then he said yesterday he had to dial it back a little bit and keep it under 10. So we'll see how that balances out. Seth Fighter will be on our coverage today. John Cox as well. There's Caleb Kufall, we mentioned him. Luke Palmer snuck in there. Lee Livesey once again.
Chris Johnston. Seth Fighter, our new Angler of the Year leader, Ronnie. With his 7th place right now, he's taken over the lead, top spot.
He is going to be one to watch. We've got both guys with fantastic hair on Bassmaster Live today, Seth Fighter and Matt Robertson. Jason Christie making his run up north. Appreciate these awesome shots despite the weather and the conditions.
Like we said, on his travels up north, it's only like 40 miles by the crow fly, as the crow flies, but the river is so twisty and turny. It's double that in mileage easily.
And it's probably, I had an angler tell me yesterday, it's probably more treacherous than Brock Mosley's, just with how shallow the river is there. It's not the intercoastal waterway that is carved out for ships and whatnot. It is very different. There's John Cox sneaking into our top 10. Seth Fighter, like we mentioned, as we go through our top 10 on the leaderboard. We've got our Elite Series, one of our Elite Series rookies. We've got 2 represented in the top 10, but KJ Queen right there. Lee Livesey as well knows a lot about the Sabine from his gator hunts in the past.
We saw him get into a shallow area yesterday and had a little fun getting out.
Chris Johnston, Caleb Kufall. We'll have to watch that tide today if the wind keeps it higher or drains it out lower and quicker. There's Brock Mosley making his trip to Houston and paying off, and Jason Christie back on top of an Elite Series event. Feeling right at home this week despite having struggles here at the Sabine in past years, not really dialing it in.
Yeah, he was really low on both times he's fished here, Ronnie, but it's an amazing turnaround. We've seen that before. We've had the winner fall to last.
We will see a dynamic turn of events, some drama today. 49 anglers out on the water trying to make it to the top 10 to advance the championship Sunday. That'll be the key Angler of the Year points. We're only in the 4th Elite Series event of the season, but every point is valuable. Join us 7 minutes from now. We will be on Fox Sports 1 from 8 a.m. Eastern Time until 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And then you can also join us on Bassmaster.com for live mix at that same time. And we'll have Bassmaster Live in the afternoon there. So 8 to 3 Eastern Time on Bassmaster.com and 8 to 11 on Fox Sports. We'll see you there.
See who gets it done.